So we had to get something to eat. Fred, hold Ariana's hand. Go and hold Ariana's hand. Go and hold Ariana's hand.
Thank you, Ariana.
Pretty cool restaurant. Look at this over here. It's called Huey Louis. How awesome is that?
That's not fun.
With ground beef on it. I want chicken and steak.
Chips was awesome. Had to stop and refill. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out some of my latest videos. The latest one is Children of the Corn. You also have Night Shift with Tom Ryan. You have The Vampire of Comic Books. And also scroll down and watch some of my older videos. One is very important to me, and that's Demolition Man. That's where I show you where I start to actually redo the dungeon. Girls and guys, be safe out there. Peace. Welcome to MIB Studios. I'll be your curator today.
Daddy.
MIB Studios. Oh, look at that Black Manta. Oh, that's so hard. Wonder Woman.
Ow! He's stopping.
Uh-oh. Stop screaming, Fred.
Whoa.
Yeah, I dropped that. I totally dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, mint collectors. I just tore up your package. That didn't come out right.
Daddy. Daddy.
Alexa Bliss. Real cool. That shit.
You said if you can do something with Metro PCS to get it for a little bit cheaper.
And this episode of Direct Edition is brought to you by My Fate Darth Maul with Infinity War from China. Alright, so you know how we do on this channel. Let's get into some comments. Hey, what's up, comic book peeps? Welcome to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. Today we're going to be doing it a little bit different, even though I have the new setup down here in the dungeon. I'm just up late night, still filing away some comic books. And yeah, this is how we're going to do the video. We're just going to do like a raw and uncut video, which is very cool. But we'll start off the video with your indie corner. So this is going to be your indie corner. You have World's Greatest Comics, Dark Horse. You have X. You also have Exo Man of War. And this is like a, feel like my sexy fingers interrupt the video. This is like a silver embossed cover, I think. Well, it's not embossed, but it's just like silvery. It is embossed. It's just you can't really feel it. But this is very cool. So I'm going to start off your video with your indie corner. And we're just going to be doing raw and uncut, you know what I'm saying, from down here in the dungeon instead of the regular setup. So you ready? All right, let's go. So this is one of my favorite movies of the 90s, Wayne's World 2. I mean, who doesn't like, you know, Wayne and Garth? It's very cool. You know, Wayne went on to, or Mike Myers went on to be very successful in the Austin Powers series. So this is very cool. So cool look at the front of the DVD. Here's a very cool look at the back of the DVD. Just finished watching this like 3 hours ago while I was filming another video. This is very cool. Wayne's World 2. Cassandra. And for people that definitely love, you know, WWE, This is a very cool DVD. This is John Morrison. Didn't know that he was actually that funny until I started looking back on some of his old stuff. And I think that John Morrison was almost like the younger version of Ric Flair. Too bad Jimbo had to leave the WWE, but it's a very cool DVD. So cool look at the front of the DVD. A very cool look at the back of the DVD. The Shaman of Sexy. That's what he calls himself. I think Jimbo is actually such a unorthodox wrestler. He's almost like a Rey Mysterio would be Spider-Man in the ring. Jimbo would be almost like what's that guy's name? Is it the Tarantula who or the Leapster who actually fights Captain America who leaps everywhere? That's what Jimbo would be. Absolutely awesome character. All right. And the absolutely cool DVD, which I'm basing this video off of, Cool World. This is, man, this is like everything in the 90s wrapped in one with cartoons in it. It's very over the top sexuality, but it's about a comic book basically coming to life. So you got Kim Basinger, who actually starred in the original Batman movie, Tim Burton Batman as Vicky Vale, and you have the ultimate actor of the 90s, which is a young Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt has always been one of my favorite actors. I definitely love him as Achilles in the movie Troy. So here's a cool look at the front of the DVD. And here's a cool look at the back of the DVD. And that's where I just feel today. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning downstairs. Everybody's upstairs asleep. And I'm just kind of like having a moment where I'm in my own little cool world of comic books. So let's get into some more comics and let's shoot some more crazy stuff. Because I've already shown you, clips of the dungeon. So let's keep going. Here's another cool Exo Man of War from Valiant. It's number 0. It's called Armor Wars. So very cool. I definitely like to keep a little bit of indie in my collection, but totally awesome. I don't recall showing both of my copies on a previous video, but I have 2 copies of Young Avengers. I still love this group, even though most of them have branched off and found their home in another group. But definitely love Young Avengers. I think that Scarlet Witch's son is absolutely cool, but he actually has a twin now, which is very weird, but awesome. Definitely love the Young Avengers. And the Hulkling is actually like a Kree scroll warrior. A Kree and a scroll, I think, mixed together. Yeah, that's what it is. He's a Kree warrior and a scroll mixed together, if you know the Marvel cosmic universe. So, very cool. Oh, and Patriot, I think is his name, who is the Captain America. His granddad was the black guy who was the first Captain America before Steve Rogers. Bet you didn't know that. So as I was rearranging the dungeon, I dug this guy up, Waylon Jones, who is Killer Croc, one of my favorite actual Batman villains. Well, all Batman villains are really my favorite. Can't say, one is better than the other besides the Joker. The Joker will always be my favorite, hands down, closely by Bane, but the Joker by far, one of the best villains ever. But anyway, this is Waylon Jones. I got this like probably about 3 years ago, maybe even, no, it's been longer than that. It's been about 4 or 5 years ago. But this action figure is absolutely super, super duper heavy. It's from the Batman game. I'm sure you guys know where it's from. Um, Arkham's Origins, Killer Croc. Definitely thought this was very cool. And in words, well, the camera doesn't do this figure justice. It's actually super huge. I would say it's almost like 12 inches tall or maybe just a little shorter, but it's super duper heavy. Never taken it out of the package. Definitely love it mint on card. But here's a cool look at the front of the figure. Here's a cool look at the side of the figure. Very awesome. Yeah, I dug this guy up. I put him in the garage. But here's a cool look at the back of the figure. Um, wow, I didn't even realize that there's a Slade Wilson, but I doubt if he's like super huge like this one. I think this is like one of the bigger action figures out of the series. So I don't even think that Deathstroke or any of these guys' boxes would actually be this big because this box is super huge. Matter of fact, I've ran across a couple of them and they're not as big as this box. This is like a huge figure, but very cool. Absolutely awesome. So this beauty, what is that flying around? Oh my god! So this beauty is actually going to be a main event, and you know what I'm reading right now. So we're at the point of the video where you asked me, "Hey, Fred Hall, Direct Edition, what are you reading right now?" This is what I'm actually reading. This is the Phoenix Resurrection, the Return of Jean Grey, which is very cool. Me and Comic Book Window were talking. Uh, Shout out to Mr. Rigor Mortis who named him that. We were talking and he asked me, you know, have I been reading anything recently? Here's a cool look at the back of it. And I told him, I said, no, I haven't read anything recently. So he said, buddy, I got you. I'm sending you a package. And he sent me this and another graphic novel, which you'll be seeing later on, you know, in a future video. Maybe even the next video. I'm not sure. I just have to, you know, be honest about what I'm reading right now. And this is what I'm reading right now. I haven't even cracked it open, but tonight's the night. So thank you, Comic Book Window, my brother, and let's keep rolling. I was watching Spawn the other night, and I forgot how good of a movie it is with uh, John Leguizamo as the Violator. He had me cracking up like the whole freaking time. But what tripped me out was when Al Simmons actually said you should have sent Priest, and Priest is the guy with the skull on his face. We all know that Spawn and Priest went at it, and Spawn actually put the mask on Priest's face for life. So he's actually has a skull tattooed to his face. But I absolutely freaked out when I heard that part. I don't know why I never even really paid attention to it, but it'll be very awesome. It'll be very awesome in the upcoming Jamie Foxx film, who's playing Spawn, if they actually introduce Priest. I would absolutely. You ready for it, Leonard? 17K Hudson. I'll giggle like a dolphin and go ape nuts. So there you have it. Very cool young blood. Trip back to the 90s. Just another very cool Priest cover. It was very awesome with Bad Rock behind him. Just awesome. Awesome sauce. You want to see something really cool out of the dungeon? This is actually like it's free, but this is the Daily Bugle with the Civil War 2, and it's actually like a real newspaper. So it's very cool. You know, it's Iron Man and Captain Marvel on it, and I've I've actually managed to keep this in very good condition for 2 years. So very cool. Even though it's it's free, I think it's absolutely awesome. You know, see, this is what I mean about it absolutely being cool because it folds out to like a magazine. So I meant to excuse me, it's late night, a newspaper. So I've actually kept this in pristine condition since 2016, or even before 2016, because it's a preview for the Civil War. You know, awesome. My God, I'm such a nerd. I'm in my free previews box. That's where the Daily Bugle came from, and I ran into these two, which is very cool. This is like Transformers, and also like the Marvel Spotlight on the Incredible Hulk. Well, Amadeus Cho became the Incredible Hulk. So very cool, man. Just a cool world. No pun intended. Maybe it is. Awesome sauce. Just talking about Spawn, and look what I ran across. Filing away. This is the Wizard with Spawn on the front. Wizard number 39. It's still in its original package. I bought this. I think I know when I bought all my Wizards, they were no more than $1 to 50 cents. And it's actually talking about Greg Capullo, who would go on to have one of the greatest Batman runs. That apps that weapon that's actually damaging Spawn. I think that's from Angela. Let me see. I'm gonna open this because I have it bag and boarded, but I'm gonna open it and see if that bag is open, so we can fold out that cover because that cover is absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Yep, it absolutely folds out to Spawn and Angela fighting, and it's cool that Angela now is a part of the Marvel universe, and she's been introduced as Thor's sister, so very cool. And you also have an old school WWF Raw image of their video game for all my gamers, because I know that comic book gaming, wrestling, and movies all fall into my interest in who I'm a fan of your guys' channels, and also who tune into some of my videos, like guys like Rob's movie reviews. Definitely love him. Definitely love him, man. And El Combo Dioramas. I always butcher his name, but it's another cool channel too, who always pushes me to think outside the box. So very cool. Old school wizard. And so once again, I'd like to thank you guys and girls for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. Remember, the channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. You girls and guys be safe out there. Remember words of wisdom. Focus on the ones that show you love, not on the ones that don't show you love. Hey, we're just going to keep on rolling without them. I pray that you guys be successful. And I will catch you peoples later. Be safe out there. Peace. Thank you once again, Wendell, and everybody that supports me. Much love. You guys are absolutely awesome, and you keep me going every day. I don't let my life's problems get to me because I escape through comic books. And also remember that it's a lot of you guys that have my back out there. So, just stay strong and just be positive and keep it pushing, because no problem is absolutely bigger than you. You're absolutely bigger than your problems. Peace.